Sorry, Owen. But as it turns out, I'm a lying sack of shit. But in my defense, I don't have a defense. I don't even know what I'm saying. So here's to hoping that this video is decent at the very least. Or what's left of it at this point. But I'll get into that later. Right now, this video needs introductions. Hi, I'm Brian, obviously. And this is Jake, Sean, Sam, Owen, and Cam. So I was kind of adopted into this friend group, so legally I can't complain. But enough of my social life and the fact that this video is slightly out of sync. It's time to get into my personal life. On that fateful day, all the way back in 2 months ago or something, I had woken up with an extreme amount of anxiety because I knew what that day meant for me. If there was one thing I wasn't looking forward to, it was going out into the barren wasteland known as New England. Right after congratulating myself for such a high-end face blur, I made my way down to the gym to celebrate a nice wholesome holiday celebration for the kids. In the script I had, I wrote a smiley face to show that it was wholesome.
Welcome everyone.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. That must have been so awkward. And just like that, the event was over and I failed for the 4th year in a row to get a nice pickup on the school feed. But that wasn't gonna ruin my day. No, that would come later. I went to see a school hockey game while also getting distracted by a different kind of hockey game. That was the most interesting thing that happened that game. I got bored, so I left. Then I remembered that I had plans that weekend. I thought it'd be a good time to prepare, so where else to go than the good old trusty Home Depot. I was there for one thing and one thing only, and that was to get a little tree to celebrate the holiday season with the with the boys. And after perusing the same 3 aisles for the better half of 30 minutes, I had finally found the perfect tree. All I had left to do was to get the lights and the decorations, but the dirt was frozen solid.
Just frozen solid.
While thinking about how much of the budget I was gonna blow, something had invaded my mind. The rest of that experience was a blur. I wasn't gonna let the demons get to me, so I made a break for the car, not daring to look behind me, or for any oncoming cars. But luckily, my tree made it out unscathed. I secured that son of a bitch, started my car, and mentally prepared for the long haul. But in that moment, I had forgotten to activate my legs. It was then that tragedy had struck. There wasn't any damage, but my dumbass wanted to make sure. I was ready to go home with whatever pride I had left, but I needed to make one more stop. I made my way through the Walmart parking lot, searching for any warm clothes while narrowly avoiding any temptation.
Oh, fuck, it's cold. Where's my car? Oh, there it is. Okay.
And that's pretty much all I could save, since the video got corrupted right before I could upload it back in December. So while editing, I realized that, one, some of the voice lines don't really match up with others. That's because I recorded it 2 different times. So if you made it this far, thank you for bearing with me. And 2, I don't really have any footage left to put in the background, so I'm just gonna take like some B-roll that I had piled up over the last few months. So if you see any repeats in other videos, you're just gonna have to deal with it. I'm joking, but seriously. Since then, I haven't had the motivation to do it again. Until now, 2 months later. As of right now, as I'm recording this voiceover, it is March 4th. So a little over 2 months. What was that? Oh, that was my phone. And then it got corrupted again, the second time, as you can see from this clip. I mean, I didn't think it would have an effect on anything. I mean, I am a fetus of a channel, after all, just starting out. That was until I saw the trailer again to see the feedback on it. And, well, people watched it, that's for sure. So now I'm sitting here recording these lines for the 4th or 5th time, trying not to impulsively die. I mean, I do love the process. This was just a hiccup in a long path of content that I want to make. I love editing. I love, writing. I love doing all this creative shit. And I just want to do more of it. This seems like a lot to put down on the first video, but I mean, I did make this channel to be more focused on my personal life. So I think it's only right for me to share my thoughts. Doesn't matter if people are listening, so long as I get to put my thoughts out there for myself. A little bit of a therapy, I guess you could say. But yeah, I guess this'll do it. I have more planned. I have a lot more planned. So if you enjoy this, feel free to stick around. Don't know how to end a video properly yet, so I think I'm just gonna end mid-set.
Oh my